One of Judaism's great teachings is Chaviv Adam Shenivra B'Tselem. Beloved is humankind, for we were created in the image of God. And if you take a look carefully at that statement, it doesn't say that beloved are the Jewish people, but rather it says beloved is humankind. Each and every single human being is created in the image of God, and as a result of that, there is a singular dignity that is deserved of every single one of God's creatures. And that's why it is so heartbreaking to see the tragic and senseless murder of George Floyd over the last few days, and the terrible sadness that comes with such brutality. And to all of those protesting police brutality, both in the States as well as here in Montreal, the Jewish people collectively understand what it means to go through a moment of discrimination, and collectively we would like to add our voices to the peaceful protesters who are protesting hatred, violence, and racism. And equally, there is also something that is needing to be said about the rule of law and about violence and looting, and even fearfully the negative underbelly that comes from such protests. Friends of mine, a rabbi in Minneapolis, has actually taken the Sifrei Torah out of his shul and has them in a suitcase by his front door of his home, should he need to evacuate as a result of terrible negative forces now creeping into not only Minneapolis, but various other Jewish communities around the world, as we see when that vicious head of racism is exposed, the Jewish community also becomes an area, a people, a group who are targeted. One of the great quotes of the 20th century was given to us by Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, who said, "It will not be the voices of our enemies we remember when this is all over, but rather the silence of our friends." We offer today not to be silent to our friends in various minority communities, but rather we give our voice to you alongside with you. But what I would like to add is that there is a time and a place for protest and civil disobedience. And there's equally a moment where Steve's music store looted, Macy's department store set on fire. We have to have a respect that goes with what it means to be a member of the human community. I was reminded of this as a walk here in the West Island in a park in Dollard, where I was actually coming through this passage, and there's two trees, two saplings actually, you can see them here, separate, individual, and yet as you follow them upwards, their branches are intertwined with one another. And I was reminded of something incredibly beautiful, that each and every one of us, singular, alone, individual as human being, actually is a part of a bigger narrative, and that's the story we call humankind. We're literally in this together, so that the seeds that we sow today and the young children that we raise are tomorrow's adults of the next generation, promoting harmony, solidarity, and ultimately peace.